Sis, I'm having a bad day.
Don't take it out of my puzzle. What happened?
My teacher emailed me and said that he wants to talk to me about plagiarism.
What did you do?
Why do you just automatically assume that I did something wrong?
Okay. I'm sorry. I should have said what happened.
Well, okay, so we had to write a paper about a meaningful life event. And so I thought, well, maybe it'd be cool if I wrote about that time that we sent Ricky the dead possum. Do you remember that?
Oh, yeah.
That's an awesome story.
Tell me what happened in class.
But so, okay, so the thing was, is like, I kept like sitting down and trying to write it and like, it just wasn't happening. And like, there's this girl in class and she sits next to me and like everything she does is perfect and the teacher loves her. And I mean, I kind of love her. Well,
Dude, don't care. Get on with it.
so the deadline got really close and I started freaking out. And so I went online and I bought a paper and I turned it in. Do you think I'm gonna get in trouble?
Absolutely. You totally deserve to get in trouble for something like that. Bro, that's straight up cheating. You could even get kicked out of school for something like that.
Yeah, that's what I figured. Why do you keep buying lactose-free milk?
When are you meeting with your teacher?
On Wednesday after class.
Couldn't you just write the actual paper beforehand and turn it in and explain what happened to her? I mean, I'm sure she'd understand if you just go.
It's a he.
He. Whatever. I'm sure he'd understand if you just told him the truth. I mean, teachers want to give you the benefit of the doubt.
Well, no, it doesn't matter. He's going to fail me. My life is over. My life is over.
Why don't you just meet with him and give him the new paper that you wrote and see if he'll give you a shot? Like most teachers, if you tell them you're having a hard time with the assignment, they're gonna understand and they'll work with you.
Yeah, you're probably right. I hate lactose-free milk.
I'm lactose intolerant. Well, at least what you did is clearly wrong.
How is there an at least here? Like, how could there possibly be anything good about this situation?
Well, like, plagiarism is actually a pretty gray area for teachers.
How is it gray? It's black and white. It's cheating. I cheated. I am a terrible person.
Well, yeah, it is a pretty terrible thing. You cheated. That was stupid. But there's a lot of stuff that could be and has been called plagiarism that's not so obvious. Like, for example, I've heard of teachers trying to get their students kicked out of school before because they forgot to put the backwards quotation mark at the end of a quote in a paper.
I've probably done that on every single paper I've ever written.
But you didn't get in trouble for it. Most people don't, but if a teacher wants to teach you a lesson, they'll get you on tiny little things like that. At least you know what you did was clearly wrong. Like, all your cards on the table here.
Dad's going to beat me to death. I am literally going to die. Listen. At my funeral, I want you to make sure people are having fun, that they're well fed, that...
But seriously though, the concept of plagiarism doesn't even really make sense in today's society anyway.
Oh, are you ranting? Is this a rant?
I mean, in today's digital world where we're copying and pasting everything, it doesn't make much sense to have a concept like that. I mean, take for example my favorite song right now. It's called Pop Culture by Mandion, and it's a great example of this. What they do is they take a bunch of old songs and clip them and piece them together and mash them up into something totally new and different. Here, listen to it.
So there's Britney Spears and Daft Punk.
And Michael Jackson and Linkin Park.
So this is cheating. The guy is cheating. This is plagiarism.
I don't know. Is he? Is he cheating? He cites all his sources. He puts the names and arrangers of all the songs into his video description. I mean, what you did, sure, that's cheating. That's obviously plagiarizing. Like, you screwed up big time, man. But isn't what we do every day just cutting and pasting and recombining and mashing up other people's ideas into something else?
Well, yeah, but okay, so this story about Ricky and the roadkill.
Which you should totally write, by the way.
Well, okay, yeah, I'm gonna use that. But when I write that, that's Ricky's story. So is it plagiarism because it's his?
No, it doesn't need to be. I mean, you should totally interview Ricky about it and get his side of the story. And then you'll need to cite that interview in the paper. But it doesn't mean that you're plagiarizing him. You're not going to cite a source for every single word you ever write because someone in history at some point has used that word before.
Yeah, that would be ridiculous.
You know what Arizona State's official policy on plagiarism is?
Well, I hope it very clearly explains what plagiarism is.
This is from the Academic Integrity Statement. A student may be found to have engaged in academic dishonesty if he or she engages in plagiarism. End quote.
That doesn't mean anything. How do you know if you're plagiarizing or not?
That's exactly the issue. It's so hard to tell. Teachers tell you that you don't have to cite stuff that's common knowledge, but how am I supposed to know what's in everyone's brain and what's not? If you don't cite something that's common knowledge and your teacher disagrees with you on it, they can do anything from write you a stern email to fail you from the course and get you expelled from the university.
Yeah. So it's totally gray.
Yeah. 50 Shades of Grey, even. Except in cases like yours, where you just straight up cheated.
Yeah, right. Right.
Really, bro, the most important thing that you can do is talk to your teacher. You need to be honest with him. I mean, I don't think he wants to see you fail, and I'm sure he'd be willing to give you an extension if you just told the truth. He wants to give you an A.
Yeah. How do you know so much about this stuff?
Duh, I'm the smart one. I'm doing a puzzle, see? Smart one.
Can you please stop buying lactose-free milk?
Dude, you're lactose intolerant. You should really start writing that paper.
Yeah, I know.